This is the return of former EFF leader and spokesperson Mbuyiseni Ndlozi after taking a leave from EFF and resigning as MP. A lot of things have happened and many people have speculated that Mbuyiseni was going to go and join the MK party after Floyd Shivambu left the EFF. This is the second interview where Mbuyiseni Ndlozi revealed that he is not interested in joining the MKP. Here are some key points and takeaways from the interview he had with McG on Podcast and Chill.
About parties that are led by one person, like your IFPs, your EFFs, your MK now.
It's too early to put the EFF in that category. It's too early. That is the modalities of early beginnings.
First, when Ndlozi was asked what he thinks about the EFF and looking at the EFF as one-man party being held by Julius Malema, he denied and said it is too early for South Africa to look at EFF as a party that is led by one person. When he was asked whether he is intimidated by Julius Malema or Julius Malema was intimidated by Ndlozi to challenge him to the post of president, he said no. He went on further to say that the EFF party was not a cult like what other people allege it to be. Please watch the rest of the slides and thank you so much for subscribing to JCTV Africa. We'll see you on the next video.
Is the modalities of early beginnings. The ANC's first conference, 1912, the first president was not in attendance at the conference. He was not in the room. John Langalubelele Dube was elected in his absence. He had to accept through a media article statement about a week later. Already at the beginning of the ANC. And the ANC, in comparison to the rest of the continent, does get this thing of presidents, of less presidentialism.
So I was watching a podcast where the president of the EFF was talking to DJ Spoo. And he asked him a question of, do you feel like you were intimidated by Ndlozi? And I don't think it was clear. His answer wasn't clear. I don't think he even answered it. Ne?
Yeah,
it was very vague.
In his interviews, he's going on like you don't exist, or like he never really wants to.
I don't think he's intimidated. That's my answer. No. Certainly, I'm not. Yeah.
When last did you speak to him?
Last year.
That's the last time?
Yes, I spoke to him on the, I'll tell you, on the 11th of November.
Yes.
When you guys started...
When they were handing me over the suspension.
So where's the relationship now? Are you guys... So, because Floyd, you spoke to him last week. CIC, you spoke last year. Like, where are you guys now?
No, I'm sure they are very big, important. I'm not in the leadership anymore, and certainly there's been very sharp political disagreements, and I have refused the invitation to make those political disagreements personal. Because you wouldn't be able to do politics on the terms of the personal.
Yeah.
So I've refused that. And I can tell you, McG, without a shadow of doubt, progressive revolutions are high calling that stem from a place of love. And there is no cause that requires love than the liberation of Black people. Because Black people are a hated people who have been ostracized, bastardized, and socialized into hating themselves. You couldn't engage in a revolution of liberating them, of humanizing them, without love. And that's really all I have for my brothers and sisters in the EFF. Love.
So you still consider him a brother?
Absolutely.
Even after all the stuff he said about you. I mean, he even took a jab at your wife, right?
You can never choose where the test of your character must come from. There are people who have had worse from their mothers.
Oh, yeah.
From their brothers. From their sisters. So you can't say, no, only the enemy must test me. Only, you know, the test of your character, of your convictions.
Got you.
Of your ability to stick to a dignified political engagement. You can't determine most of the time where that test must come from.
So he calls you now, he picks up the phone.
I will pick it up.
He says, I just watched Podcast and Chill, biggest podcast in Africa. Love it, by the way.
Shout out.
I'm hearing your side of
Proud
the story.
of you.
I'm hearing your side of the story. I want to meet, reconcile. Is that something you're open to? And would you go back if that opportunity was handed to you?
No, he has no power to impose me on the leadership of the EFF. Leadership gets elected in a conference. I hold nothing in my heart against the president of the EFF, and I got to work very close with him, and as a leader, as an activist, he has gone through a lot, you know. For the views, he has been ostracized a lot for the ideas of expropriation of land without compensation, nationalization of the banks, free education. And he was supposed to be this example where all of us, when we look at him, we get scared to be political. I think his contribution is certainly something of serious importance, and I would never join any voice to write him off. Or to write the EFF off.
You know, I must be honest with you, man. When I heard about this news, it was very sad.